In this video, we will pay attention to the teaching of some basic concepts in data handling. Specifically, we will discuss tallies, frequencies, mean, mode, median, and range. Explain the usefulness of tallies. Tally marks help to count the frequency of the occurrence of something. In other words, the tally marks show the number of times an object or data is repeated. For example, how many children in the class are wearing plain masks versus masks with patterns on them. It is used for record keeping, example sport codes, favorite fruit, pets, questions answered correctly, etc. Tallies is a very quick way to keep track of numbers in groups of 5 because it is faster than having to write out words or figures. If you record your findings on a tally chart, the data is already collected into groups and you will not need to group it later on. Tell your learners that the data can also be plotted on a frequency table which includes the tallies. The given example is a frequency table showing the number of shoppers that visited a fresh produce market during the first week of October. Mention to learners that the frequency table allows us to look at the entire data values in a more ordered and easy manner. In the example, we see how many shoppers visited the market. We can ask a few questions based on the information given in the frequency table. For example, which day shows the highest number of customers? What is the difference of the number of customers on the Thursday and the Friday? How many customers shopped over the weekend, etc. In mathematics, measures of central tendency are numbers that tend to cluster around the middle of a set of values. Explain to learners that we will discuss the following 3 middle numbers: the mean, the median, and the mode. We will start with the mean. Tell the learners that mean refers to the average number of a group of numbers. Tell learners that the mean in a data set can be found when we even out the numbers. Illustrate this by explaining the following example to your learners. The oval shapes in the picture represent stacks of plates of different heights because the number of plates in each stack is different. Now ask your learners to rearrange the plates to make all the stacks the same height. In other words, each stack must contain the same number of plates. Guide them by mentioning a hint to follow the arrows. In this slide, we can see that the stacks of plates have now been rearranged into one consistent value of 3 plates per stack. Explain to your learners that this consistent value of 3 is referred to as the average or mean. Therefore, the mean of the numbers 2, 5, 2, 1, and 5 is equal to 3. We conclude that the mean is found when different data values become one consistent value. Tell the learners that the mean is calculated by dividing the sum of all the data values by the number of the data values. Let your learners put the formula to the test by presenting the following example. Ask your learners to find the mean of the numbers 6, 2, 3, 8, and 1. According to the formula, they must add up the sum of the data values 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1 and divide this by the number of the data values, which is 5. The mean or the average of these numbers is calculated as 4. The next concept that is relevant to data handling is the median. Tell learners that the median is the middle value when a set of values are placed in order from the smallest to the largest. Ask the learners to find the median of the following set of numbers: 22, 17, 23, 18, and 26. Note that there are 5 numbers, which is an uneven group. Remind them that in order to find the median, they must first arrange the numbers from the least to the greatest, as indicated in the second group of numbers. The number in the middle, which is 22, is the median. Tell the learners that sometimes they will be required to find the median in an even group of numbers where there is no middle number. In this example, we will use 19, 18, 25, 27, 21, and 28. Tell them that the same rule applies for finding the median in groups of even and uneven numbers. They must always first arrange the numbers from the smallest to the greatest. After arranging the numbers from small to large, let them identify the middle numbers in the set. In this case, the two middle numbers are 21 and 25. In order to calculate the median, they must first find the mean or average of the two middle numbers. To find the mean, they must add 21 and 25 together and divide the answer by 2 as shown on the screen. So, the median for the even group of numbers is 23. Up to now, we have discussed mean and median. The third measure of central tendency is the mode. Learners need to know that the mode is the number that appears most frequently in a data set. A set of numbers may have one mode, more than one mode, or no mode at all. Explain to the learners that the M and O in mode can refer to most often, as a means for them to easily remember what the mode is. To find the mode or modal value, learners must again arrange the numbers in order. They must then count how many of each number there is, and the number that appears most often is the mode. Make use of the following example. Present the numbers 9, 2, 7, 11, 14, 9, 7, 23, 9, 24, and 7. The learners must first arrange the numbers in order from the smallest to the largest, and then find the number or numbers that are repeated the most. In this instance, the numbers 7 and 9 are the numbers being repeated 3 times, and therefore there are 2 modes of this group of numbers. The last aspect that we will refer to with regards to data handling is range. Explain to learners that range refers to the difference between the greatest and the least value, or the largest and smallest, in a set of numbers. Ask learners to identify the smallest and the largest numbers in the set of ordered numerical data. Remember that the numerical data must be arranged from smallest to largest. In the given example, the largest number in the range is 13 and the smallest number is 1. To calculate the range, deduct 1 from 13. The range is 12. In this video, we provided an overview on the teaching of concepts related to data handling. We started with tallies and the usefulness of tallies and continue to expand more on frequencies and frequency tables. We paid attention to measures of central tendency, namely mean, median, and mode. We ended with range. We trust that you will find the suggestions and techniques shared in this video useful. On the next screen, we will provide links to worksheets that you can use during your lessons. You will also be able to access video clips and other online content to assist you further on this topic. We request of you to pause and reflect on the content of this video and to access and complete a short quiz via the link provided on the next screen. After completing the quiz, you can move to the next section of the workshop.